Now, it's been a while since I've pushed this product, and by the way, the 101E, you guys saw in the video before, finally got it working on that auxiliary band listing. Conditions were just terrible. Anyway, okay, back onto the point of this video. Remember back a year ago, I mentioned this Norwex cleaning paste. Let me just turn the 101 down. Sorry, the Norwex cleaning paste. Well, I use it every day and I sort of take it for granted. But today, when I've been using it, I thought this is a good example of, now look, this is far from perfect the way that we've got this cover coming up. And but let me tell you that it looked very much like this one here and very much like this one here. This one's actually quite clean compared to what this one looked like. This one here looked very much like this FL 2100 amp there. And for the sake of, it's all it is a bit of water. Put it into your little Norwex stuff. Choose your spot. So let's say we've still got a bit sort of sitting around here, and scrub away and sort of move it around a bit. Just and you'll notice that whilst I've got pitting in the paint there, I don't have that rusty sort of look anymore. It's taking it out. Now, there's not much I can do about the pitting without respraying the whole case. But when you start to sit back from this and go, this case was looking like this, which is, just not acceptable, to it's starting to really come up. And I tell you what, I've got a little bit more work to do yet. We could then dagger brush these little bits here. We've actually got a perfect match colour for this now. A lot of the time we don't. We spray the whole case, to be honest. I just wanted to have a go on these and just see, exactly how good or not good that they came up. But, when you've got an amp with such a beautiful front on it, I try and it's original. I don't really like respraying the cases unless I really have to. Same here. I mean, these fronts here will clean up beautifully. Bit of dust on them at the moment. This case here, look, it's going to be a bit like this. This one where we're going to end up with these little black marks where the sort of semi-rusty type stuff that's tried to eat through the paint will be gone, but we'll have those little black dots. But I can tell you now, when you've got to look at the difference between something like that, and if you had to look at that every day, you'd sort of say, well, maybe not. But if you sort of sat back and this was sitting on a shelf and not everybody's going to go and look at these little black marks completely. So sometimes I think keeping the originality of the case, even if it's got a few little sort of bits and pieces there that, don't look 100%, it's still more original than, because once I paint them, no matter how good I am, you just know. They actually sometimes look too good. I mean, here's a good example of a case that's never been painted. This is an original FT 101E. And you can see, it's, well, if I get my shadow out of the way, really nice that it's not been weathered. It's been kept very, very nicely. And, in that particular case, when you look at this, yes, sure, you start comparing the two and you see the black little bits and pieces and say, but when you compare it to this and you say, well, okay, that's what we sort of started with, maybe sometimes, finding that kind of half measure where you've got a little bit of sort of age sitting there, but a heck of a lot cleaner. But it's really coming up well. I've probably got another 10 minutes of scrubbing away to get this right. But I'm probably thinking this one's going to stay as it is. Just we'll just kind of make this one a nice clean amp that's original, not repainted. Maybe clean off a bit more dust and stuff. But yes. This one here, I can guarantee you, is going to be, an effort. I can even actually probably live just show you where I dip myself into my paste. I'm right-handed, so doing this left-handed is all a bit weird. But as you can see, as we start to get into it, and this one is pretty severe to be fair, and it's going to take us quite a while, but in the middle of this here is starting to take off that brown, and we're starting to, instead of getting that there, we're getting that there. Now, not great yet, and we're going to have some areas around here that are going to have pits, and I'd almost say maybe this is a case that we're going to be in a bit of trouble with. Although enough scrubbing, enough paste, I'm sort of seeing some bits coming off here that cleaning up, and probably fair to say that that's got a little bit more pitting over here than we had here, but you know, we did have like areas of rust around here, etc. So once again, the old Scandinavian Norwex product, I really think gets a, you know, a bit of a positive review, because we're still being able to just kind of get things. If we don't have to paint it, it's so good, you know. It's because it's just so original. As I said, once you paint it, it sort of looks like Brenton painted it. And yes, I just want to try something here. There's a spot over here on which is a bit interesting. Now, on the top of these areas here. Now, here we go. Let's have a look. Right. See now. Now, hopefully you got to view that. If not, rewind. That just, and yes, we've got those little marks where you can see that there's slight little spots, but you can see where it's just taken it off beautifully. Yeah, this one's going to clean up very easily. This one's not too bad actually. As you can see, I might just show you a little bit more of that, because this one's a really good, you know, sort of work in progress, and you can see it actually happen as I do it. And you can sort of go, oh, look at that, you know, rust marks were there, rust marks are not there. And this is sort of probably more the type of example that you're needing to see. So what I'm doing is, and it's a marble paste, by the way, and as you can see, I'm taking off, and I'm getting left with a little black mark here and there, you know, so that one might come off, sorry. But if you rewind and have a look at where we started just then, that's really good. And just to give you an example of the other side of it, we've still got all those dark marks and bits and pieces that are on this one, versus what we just hit with the Norwex product. Sounds like I'm a bloody salesman for Norwex. I know I'm not, but I must say the product can do some amazing things. Now I'm just hitting this other side that you just saw before, that was just full of little rust marks. And I wasn't intending to do this one, but I kind of just thought, you know what, this one might clean up pretty easily, and show you just how you can take, this one might clean up better than the first one, to be honest. But you're starting to see, once again, we're getting rid of those rust marks, you know, sort of those very dark in-bed marks. Anyway, that'll give you a bit of an idea. So we've got sort of 2 out of the 3 actually starting to get there. Now the video won't pick up little things that excuse me, that I can definitely see with my own sort of ability here with a bit more light. But as you can see, you go through, you know, start cleaning up some knobs and dials and bits and pieces and make them look a bit cleaner. These are covered in dust, I've got to say. But, you know, you can come up with some very, very nice looking products. Okay, that's Brenton's little cleaning tip for the day. And I know I pushed this product. And let me say, Rob, VK2QR, big user of this product. He loves it. You know, we've got one person that agrees with me. It's not bad if you can get, you know, 1 out of all you guys. Anyway, all right, 73s to you. Please subscribe, blah, blah, blah. All the best as VK3 Charlie Mike or Daddy W229. Cheers all.